Hey, I'm Jess.
I'm Brian.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jomo, and we're Jomo and the Possum Posse. And this is the Texas music scene.
Take a number, Satan. Sounds like the name of a heavy metal record, doesn't it? A good one. But it turns out it's the name of a really good country record by Jomo and the Possum Posse. I'll let them tell you all about it.
He said, I really like you. She said, yeah, but do you like me? He said, yeah, I like you.
So my buddy, Doug Moreland, he and I recorded a radio show for 5 years or so on Sun Radio, and he ended up needing to move. And I had already asked him, hey man, can you build me a building? You know, he said, well, I gotta move anyway. Why don't you just buy this building? And it was the building we had been recording in, and bands would come in there and play our radio show, and they sounded great. And I think he just happened to build this thing out of, used old wood and everything. And so we moved it just down the road to my place. We brought in a producer, Aaron Glenboski, and he came in, and it was great because we had we had a lot of time, which we've never had before. Every time we've gone into the studio before, we've had, 3 days, let's knock out these songs. And with Aaron, we sat there and we did actual pre-production and planned the songs out, figured out a lot of these different options, and got into the weeds. We could really take our time for the first time ever.
Yeah, it was the first time I felt like we didn't have to just record everything that we'd done live. Like we could really sit with stuff and think back like, okay, that worked or that didn't work, or...
We had a couple different, like you were saying, we had a couple different versions of songs.
I'm really happy with the way it came out because it's kind of got more character in it, I think.
Snake in the grass, better watch your ass, don't do them dirty deeds. Satan's out there waiting, he's sleeping in the weeds.
One of the songs is called Sleeping in the Weeds. The idea there, this album has a lot of stuff that's just like, your everyday troubles and things. And that song's all about, Satan trying to get in these people's business. And we kind of thought, the day-to-day going on in life, everybody's got a lot of stuff going on. And this album's kind of like, hey, Satan, we got other stuff going on. We'll talk later, We'll figure this out later. Yeah, it's called Take a Number, Satan.
My love is like Styrofoam, baby. Don't decompose.
Well, the first song on the album is called Styrofoam. We had the people come to our high school or to our elementary school and say, this styrofoam will be here until 1,000 years after you're dead. This is going to be still around. It's like cockroaches. The song is basically, my love is like strong. It's more powerful than styrofoam. It'll last longer than even styrofoam. One thing we've done is, we've tried to put out video content with all of our music because so many of our fans aren't even local. A lot of our fans are spread across the U.S. and they may not be able to come see a show. They may not get what we're doing, and just putting out the music for us wasn't really doing it. I think that's kind of for a lot of people nowadays. Just putting music out there, it's really hard to make a splash and make people listen. You have to kind of get their attention and grab them.
But as far as I can see, it was the best thing that happened to me. If it wasn't for the heat stroke, we'd have never had this chat.
And so for us, the YouTube channel and the online presence has been a big part of what we've done for the last 10 years, probably.
Committed to prison, committing to my baby might have been a bad decision. She wanted me to do it, I did it. That's how I got committed.
We got a song called Committed. We had kind of an internal struggle. We've played it for a while. We've had it a little while. It's one of the ones that we actually played live, but it wasn't quite doing it for us. We were trying to figure out where do we take this thing, and we had these two versions of the song, basically. We played one way, we played another way. We brought in our producer, Aaron, and we said, all right. He said, just play the songs and let's hear it. And we played, and we were torn. I don't want to say who was agreeing with who, but it's like 2 and 2, we were split on how we should play this song. And he said, well, how about both? Let's do it both. And so the song halfway through has this kind of like breakdown. It just kind of falls apart and turns into this other thing.
He ain't got no brain. I committed a crime. I got committed to prison.
And it came out you know, we may be the only people who like it, but we love it because
It's fun to play.
it's fun to play, and it's a new thing for us to go in this totally different direction. And we've never done a key change.
No, this is
We
the
always
first key
talked
change.
about it.
Yeah.
And we went for it too.
We got a couple in there, yeah. So kind of went over the top. When we go for something, we really go weird and go over the top on it, yeah.
When you laying eggs, oh hey, she's becking and kicking out in a run with the rest of the chickens. I don't know why, and I don't know how, but Annie is a chicken now. Yeah, I don't know why, and I don't know how, but Annie is a chicken now. Uh-huh.